Yes, lads, it's the start of quarter four and we have started it off right. I bought a combine yesterday and I passed it today. 2 days of max profit target. And no, I'm not over sexualizing this. No, it's not a great accomplishment, but it puts me one step closer to my goals. So, if you haven't seen already, in the past 10 days, I've had an absolute shocker. Lost about, I've blown about 10 different combines, which says everything about it. I wasn't following my rules. I was only focused on the money aspect, and that has changed now. For this whole quarter, I will only be implementing actions that will build me good habits, that will eventually build me money in the long run. So today was a great start to the quarter. As I said, Combine is passed. We got 2 minimum trading days and we did it in two. There we go. Exact same profits. And you can say it's full point if you want, but I don't really care what you think. I care that I trusted my intuition and I trusted my conviction and I got given the results I deserved, which is me passing the account. So, yeah, going into the morning, top down analysis. We can see that on the daily chart, we have got we've got relative equal lows on the daily here. So we've got relative equal daily lows. Now up top, we have got a long daily wick paired with the previous day high. So what do we expect? If we are sweeping out previous day lows, we would expect to run up to the previous day highs. And that is exactly what's happened. Obviously, I'm saying this now because I've seen what's happened, but naturally, you're going to expect that to be carried out. So, going into the morning, on the daily, after we'd swept out the previous day lows, I'm expecting bullish price action. Externally, we are holding this 4 hour fair value gap. Now, this hints that we are holding bullish order flow. We can see that previously we broke 4 hour structure. Now, what this whole chopping zone tells us about that is the fact that we are respecting bullish order flow. What do we expect to happen when we pair a previous day low sweep with buy side liquidity resting? We expect a bullish day. That is why everything has been bullish today. So if I go even lower on the time frames, after we have had a previous day low sweep, I want to see a break in structure to the upside, aka a change in state delivery. Here we have got a 1 hour change in state delivery, and here we can see a bunch of wicks and a bunch of chopping zones because price is holding bullish order flow whilst trapping in people who want to sell the market. So, obviously, you guys, well, I haven't said yet, but I took sells today. I took sells on 5 contracts, which some people could say is full potting. I don't really care what you say, but I took what I was confident with. And if I had waited and I was on an express, this would have ended differently, probably. But hey ho. So I'm bullish on the day. What do I want to see? I want to see previous day high get swept, and I want to see Asia high get swept. So going into the morning, if I'm bullish, I want to see manipulation lower for us to then continue higher. That is exactly what happened on maybe the 5 second contract, the 5 second chart. So we literally legged lower on the first candle and then we just printed to the upside. What I can see from this is that we are more likely to have a continuation to the upside. That means that if I want to get into buys, I will wait until this 5 minute CISD has been confirmed. That's exactly what happened. And it confirms even more that we are printing bullish order flow with the fact that we have a bunch of wicks here and we have closed above every single one of them. So if I'm still bullish, I'm not going to be entering anywhere in the premium side. So I'm not going to enter here. I'm going to wait for a retracement down to here. Now, what I can see from this is we're already respecting bullish order flow, but we have just taken Asia high. At this point, ES hadn't, and NQ started going down, whilst ES started carrying on to the upside. So right here, ES created an S&T with NQ after ES broke through this high and NQ didn't. So automatically, I can see that we're in a low time frame MMXM sell. So what do you call it? An market maker sell model. Okay, so from here, I just want to see displacement lower, considering we're already holding our S&T. I've got my confident drawn liquidity here, and yeah, I'm just waiting for internal manipulation at this point. So we're still intact, and that was in fact the internal manipulation. So everyone who bought here expecting price to continue through this high up to the opening gap range all got stopped out, because that was the internal manipulation. From here, I would have loved to caught an entry here, stops at the protected high here, targeting the 5-minute gap. That didn't happen clearly, so I'm just waiting now. I'm waiting. I can see that there's a fat bullish candle right here sitting there. So as we can see, we're just chopping around, and we haven't yet broken 1 minute structure. So if I want to sell to this gap, because at this point we still haven't retraced to at least equilibrium at the minimum of the range, I'm going to wait for a confirmation to sell down to it. Now, what do we have here? We have got a 1 minute gap. This has now been inversed whilst we are still protecting these highs. And we have broken 1 minute structure. From here, I literally just want to see a tiny continuation to the downside, because as you saw, I was in with 5 contracts. That is a lot for a real account. Let's say for a live account. Well, I'm waffling. That is nothing for a combine, because combines aren't even real money, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, so you guys already know I'm waiting for a clear area of rejection, aka here. I enter the trade right there, stops at the recent high, and take profit at the 1 minute fair value gap. Bang, 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 bang. And we hit it within 30 seconds. I know that was a long recap. Comment down below if you think there's anything I can improve on, maybe time-wise or the way I explain it, but that'll be a wrap on the video. I'm going to post a live trade next, and yeah. Bang, bang, bang.